Yo, what up, street gods? There, Cam. All right, turbo thought. What does it mean to have no ego? So, my practical thought is, cool. Not having ego means you could care less of whether people see you as successful or F001, and you just kind of fucks with it and just kind of have fun, DJ, kind of yeah, just play around like a big kid, right? So like even nowadays I'm like, just go gym, the hype lifting, you get loud, you try to lift a very heavy thing, and I'm like if I get it up or if I don't get it up, it doesn't really matter to me. I just did it for my fun, and it's always fun to do it in a gym because it's like the question is, how much of a fool are you willing to look like in front of other strangers, right? Or people. You make some friends, right? Like, this is a bro tip, big tip. Like, you know, people is worth interacting with if they have headphones on or not, right? People who do it without the headphones on, you know, people tend to be a little bit more I don't know, enlightened, and then you have nice conversations with them, right? Because, like, you know, sometimes I see people at the gym and so I want to chat with them, but they got the headphones on. I'm like, I don't want to strike up a conversation. They might or might not hear me. So yeah, I would just recommend you, right? Like, next time you go to the gym or lift weights or work out, whatever, try to do it without music. I mean, it is true that I think listening to the right music does get you in the mood and pumps you up and you could become stronger. I think that's true, but also try to do it without the music and just see what happens, whether you're as strong. Because I think music tends to sometimes be a crutch, because, you know, you're always like myself, right? I'm like always used to listen to the same song before I lift something heavy, and therefore you end up becoming dependent on it. And I think in life, you know, having fewer dependencies is typically a good idea. Like, even chalk is good. I prefer chalk over straps for now, because I don't want to be dependent on straps, right? Like, I'm traveling abroad and it's like, I'll bring my straps with me. And then truth be told too is that, like, I actually do think that certainly it is true that with straps you could lift heavier weights, but if in real life tenacity means how hard and strong you grip something, then just using chalk, mixed grip, overhand grip, whatever, and training your grip strength might actually be a more effective thing. Like, even they say that a big predictor for mortality rates amongst the elderly is just how strong they could grip. Even with children, right? Like, a baby, how hard it could squeeze your thumb or finger is a sign of their strength. So tenacity is a good thing. That's interesting random thought I had the other day too, is looking at baby Seneca, not baby no more, big kid, right? He is so tenacious and he likes to get things done a certain way, and rather than moralizing this as some sort of, like, you know, character flaw, I think it's actually a strength. I think you know, adults, parents need to be a little more respectful to the kids and just kind of ask themselves, like, the wise question is the thing that your kid asking for, is it really that big of a deal or not? And then sometimes parents to get too caught up on, like, the principle of things rather than thinking about the situation and, you know, being intelligent about it. And honestly, I think not always, but for the most part, parents know best. So what that means is like, give your kids a little bit more freedom, let them be a little more cool free range, right? Think long term. And also, that's the funny thing with the gym too, is like, let's say you cool miss or fail a lift, it's really not a big deal. It's like, if anything, what I'm trying to do right now is strength testing. It's just like, how heavy of a weight can I attempt and not be able to budget? You know, it's even funny because even now, right, like, I try to rack pull, trap bar pull, whatever you call it, the 6 plates on 25. I might have moved it a little bit, maybe not, but what the joy for me was attempting it and then just realizing, okay, I can't do that yet, but you know, take a few days off, eat some more meat. I'll try it again with a lower weight, and yeah, with weightlifting, it's all about strength testing. So you kind of just kind of fucks with it and just kind of have fun. You don't take it too seriously. So yeah, so I think moving forward in your life, don't take things too seriously. Think about strength testing. I would actually say it's good to figure out what your limit is, at a point where you just can't, like for example, if you're doing deadlift or something, right? Get to a point where like you just try with 100% of your focus and strength, and you just cannot budge it at all, like not even a millimeter. And then you're like, okay, hard limit, that's where I'm at. And then you slightly lower the weight and you just kind of give it your all, right? And then, you know, you can't budge it anymore. Who knows, you may have blown your load, and that's okay. And then it's all practice.